right, welcome back, everybody. With us here at Cape Rugby TV. We're talking about the score. Western Province Club Rugby Sevens in studio with me, Faisal Felton from Western Province Rugby, Alistair Tace from Western Province Rugby across the board, and of course a little bit later Renzo Botman joins me in studio. It was this past weekend the start of the score Western Province Club Rugby Sevens, and last week was of course the launch of the score Western Province Club Rugby Sevens. It is the place to be. It's where all the clubs want to be. It's part of the Western Province Rugby family that happens on an annual basis. In fact, you can see some of the legacy jerseys behind me there right now. Those are the score Western Province Club Rugby jerseys. Faisal, these jerseys behind me are not the current jerseys that the teams are playing in, but those are some of the jerseys that the players and teams have managed to keep from the years gone by and still play 15s rugby.
No, definitely. I think this year the jerseys, I think CTC has outdone themselves.
Yeah.
I think the designs is fantastic. I must say, I mean, I'm looking at those jerseys, every single one of them, even Hamilton's jersey, you know, which is more traditional. It's a lot more flair, and I was looking at Violet's jersey, Busy Bees. I mean, it's fantastic, the colors and that there. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping, I think many of the clubs will utilize the jerseys during the season. Obviously, a lot of them, you know, you're getting your 23 or 22 jerseys and that they set for next year. So either the first team, second team, third team under 20, but like we said earlier on, it's a nice start to the season. And I think, again, you know, CTC has delivered in terms of, you know, making sure the jerseys get delivered on time. Everyone's got a set of jerseys. And I think also we've had a huge request from a number of the clubs for supporters jerseys. So that is something I think that is also not, you know, the colors are bright and the people are loving it. And everybody wants it, also looking for the supporters jersey. So
Supporters jerseys, all right, folks. So look out, there might be an apparel, a score Western Province Club Rugby apparel range coming soon. But yeah, big thanks, of course, to CTC Sports, Reggie Amos and the team that manufacture the jerseys for the score Sevens Rugby for the last 10 years now. And of course, Cape Rugby TV stays firmly behind the score sevens, and we bring you those highlights and talk about the event to make sure that there's exposure for the clubs and of course exposure for score energy drinks and CTC Sports. Remember, you can catch all the highlights here at Cape Rugby TV on Cape Town TV, which is where you're watching it right now, DSTV channel 263. Don't forget, we're of course also on free vision, and you can catch us terrestrially. Here's the next match. This is Falsebay and Strand. All right, there we go. It's all happening very fast here. We're watching the game, trying to talk about club rugby. Falsebay walks away with a win there, 22 points to 12. Folks, there's so many games that the results are almost not that critical for us to look at, but more importantly, the logs, because many different results. Alistair, Durban and Falsebay in the same group here as Delft, Strand, Retreat, and Titans. That was Falsebay and Strand.
Yeah.
And of course, at the moment, we're seeing Durban and Falsebay. They're sitting at 1 and 2 on the log in Pool D. Is that? Do you think that is a picture of a view of games to come, or is it too early to tell?
It could be a picture, but it could also be too early. Seeing that it was day one, you know, people pick up momentum towards the end of their one, and by
Yeah.
when they come back in week 2, they're much more refined.
Yeah.
You know, going into the next fixtures.
All right, Faisal, I've got to grab your attention before you leave now. One of the things that we have to push is the bums in seats, reminding people that Sevens is all about entertainment. It's about getting behind Western Province Rugby. And in fact, if you are from Western Province Rugby, you need to be at the Score Sevens. 100%. It's a massive event this year. 40 teams, male and female teams, as well as prize money for the first time in the history of the Score Sevens. But one of the things that folks need to do is, of course, go to cricket. And I was just looking at your cricket prices. Is it? Is this right? Did I read it right that the ticket prices are 20 Rand a head?
No, definitely, Japs. It's all about numbers, as you said. It's about making it affordable. I think the season has been long, and looking at the guys there on Saturday, many of them out with their chairs, relaxing, watching the game, enjoying the rugby. But I think just the mere fact of being out with the family and that there. So we've tried to make it affordable. I think pensioners is 10 Rand.
I think you're doing more than making it affordable. Faisal. 20 Rand is... an average rugby ticket is 1,000 Rand. I don't know what the prices of rugby tickets are. They're 20 Rand. It's just...
No,
how do you do it?
Look, I think it's with the support of SCORE. I think it's made it possible. I think the one thing is that, you know, whatever sponsorship we're getting goes back into clubs, goes back into operational side of things. I know clubs will all know, you know, transport is a challenge, but your biggest challenge is medic security, just trying to make sure that the event complies.
Well, I don't know where you're getting that, how you're managing it, because Alice said nobody charges 20 Rand for an event. You're obviously pulling rabbits out of the hat to make sure that there's accessibility to everybody.
Yeah, but it gives you every opportunity to come to the tournament.
Yeah. All right, folks, we've got another game for you here. Let's take a look here. This is, well, they're always a dangerous outfit, but they come up against another dangerous team here. This is Hands and Hearts against Blue Stars. Right, there we go. Hands and Hearts against Blue Stars United. Wow. Blue Stars 24-19. Alistair, are we seeing some dynamic changes here? Because Pool B tells me that Blue Stars ended number 1 on the log, followed then by Tails River, Hands and Hearts and Violets, and Rocklands and Silverleaf. Is Blue Stars going to rock the boat here a bit?
Well, they performed on day one.
Yeah.
Hence them being number 1 in the log. And for them to, the key now is to carry momentum to the second week.
Well, that is it. Yeah. Faisal Felton, we're going to say goodbye to you now. Any messages for the fans out there other than get down to the sevens?
Get down to sevens. And I think the key thing is come on out and support. I think the key thing around that, I mean, we saw a number of clubs out there on Saturday. Although there's 1 or 2 that had the competitors. I think the key thing here is we support the guys that support club rugby, and I think, you know, SCORE has been with us, like you mentioned, for 10 years. So please come on out, come and support. Let's ensure we're there for at least another 10 years, you know, with the support of SCORE and that there.
Yeah. All right, folks. Well, there you heard it firsthand. Get down to the SCORE Western Province Club Rugby Sevens. If you're not there, you're definitely missing out. not only on some excellent rugby, but also on the fact that you're part of the Western Province Rugby family. We'll be back after the break. Renzo Botman joins us. Back in a sec. Don't go away.